Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Mats, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. We are, of course, back again for our continued adventure through Fuga 2, where we're making progress. I think we're over halfway through now. But, you know, we're plugging along. I hope everybody's had a good weekend. Sadly, it's halfway over for those of us on the Western Hemisphere at this point, but you know, we're making the best of it. Kappa, how's it going? All right, now, what was going on hereabouts? So, this is actually for my own good. I don't. Let's see. We just went through a pretty long stretch. Oh, I'm glad your weekend was good. Let me see here in the library. Show me. Isn't there a? Oh, is there not like a story thus far? Oh no, here we go. Gasco reports. Boy, I have not been reading any of these. Maybe that's not what's been going on. Shoot, what happened most recently? Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your coffee. I do not care for coffee. Alright, well, all I know is we are still chasing after Jihl. Let's see, last time, what was it? He had gotten the second generator. Oh, I remember now. That's right. He had gotten the second generator. We ran across him. He was protected by some large robot that appeared to carry the AI, spirit, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, of his mother. That's what it was. And we realized, we came to the understanding that Hannah is currently only existing as the AI of Jihl's tank thing. The Bellinus, that's the name. That's right. And so we now have an issue on our hands where we're not totally sure we can get her back out of there. That's right. I remember now. I'm putting the pieces back together. Alright, so there's a little bit of money. Alright, so there's a little bit of a discount we've got going on here. We'll just stock up on a little bit of these. Not too much. We don't want to go crazy. I should have gotten the discount on the materials shop. Although I don't recall if they actually gave me the choice or not. But I'm beginning to think that it might be time to start investing in the upgrade stuff. At least some barrel S's, breaches. Or maybe I can deal with it. I'm sure I'll get some more of those still in the coming fights. Maybe I don't need to waste the money. I don't know. We'll consider that, I think, in the future. The near future. Why does this have an exclamation mark? What are you trying to tell me here? We do have some new seeds that we should buy. Always got to keep up to date on the new seeds. Alright, what do these villagers have to say for themselves? Heard you're heading for Dale Karelia. It's a vast island covered in natural beauty now, they say. Word is, there are monsters in the forest there, though. Keep your wits about you. Ooh, are we going to actually fight monsters? That would actually be an interesting change if we were fighting monsters instead of other tanks. But they're probably monster tanks. But, you know, we'll see. You know what I mean? You don't need me to tell you that, though, do you? You can handle yourselves. Ooh, scrap dealer. Looking for items, aren't you? I can smell the hankering for fine commerce in the air. You know, he's not wrong. Give me the big old pack. Always worth it. Barrel L. Great, the only barrel I didn't need, but I did get some metal plates. Lost my beautiful home just the other day. Dragged my old bones to safety, but all I want is to be back where I belong. Please hold on a little longer. Much appreciated, my children. Just hope I live long enough to see it. Nice! A new ability. Malt learned a new... Slightly recovers SP with gauge below a third. Interesting. So that incentivizes running on low SP. Overall, more efficient, potentially. You know you can stay inside the tank, right? Or I can head back in if you want some space.
Yeah.
No, I just didn't want to dwell on everything. Thought it might do me some good to get some fresh air. I'm sure I'm at least partly to blame for what I said. I don't want to fight anyone, but I'll do whatever it takes to protect Gasco and its people. I get you. I really do. Huh? Who's that strange-looking person in the mask? Ah, we meet again, lad. Oh, hey. This is the old man who always gives me the latest issues of the comic pages, for some mysterious reason. Oh, I see. Is this young lass the friend you mentioned who always reads the latest comic pages? Or perhaps your girlfriend? Girl, what? Yeah. We're just friends. Interesting. Do we really look compatible? Hey, +5. That's way better. Do we really look like we could be together? I could see it. Then again, maybe not. What does it even look like to be? You look like two people. You could be together. I don't know. My name is Vanilla. May I say what a pleasure it is to meet you, miss. Please call me Count Newballoon. That reminds me. I don't think I ever told you my name. I'm Malt. Nice to see you again, Count Newballoon. Vanilla and Malt, then. I'll make a mental note. Before I forget, here, enjoy this latest issue of the comic pages.
Arigato.
Wait. If his name is Malt, and her name is Vanilla, he could be, what, like a chocolate malt? Malt is a flavor, right? It's a kind of chocolate. I didn't actually consider his name being a flavor until now. Until they just put those two together as vanilla and malt. Thus, potentially two flavors, right? I'm not crazy, right? A chocolate malt is not just... Malt is not just the sort of like a shake, right? It's... Because a chocolate malt is kind of like a milkshake. But, like, malt flavor is a thing that's added. It's not just a chocolate milkshake. He's just like... He is a flavor... And he is sort of the counter flavor to vanilla. That's sort of... I don't know if that feels like it is totally irrelevant, but I just realized what they did with the names. Yeah, you can get... Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point. It's always chocolate malt ball. Like, that's the thing, is like, it's always... I always hear it as chocolate malt balls. Or malt chocolate balls? Okay. Internet adventure. It's time to look it up. What is malt? I mean, obviously, process converting. What is chocolate malt? Oh, no! It actually is a grain thing. Chocolate malt is a roasted malt made from 2-row barley, and is known by its dark, rich coffee and chocolate flavor profile and dark color. Used sparingly, as the bold flavors may overpower the beer. Well, now we're talking about beer. Chocolate malt. Chocolate shake versus chocolate malt. Here, hold on. Maybe we can find. Referencing milkshakes that also include malted milk powder. All right, here we go. We got malted milk. Malted milk powder adds a slightly nutty and sweet flavor to a milkshake, creating a malted milkshake. Often simply called a malted or a malt. Okay, no, it is malted milk powder is made by sprouting and drying a grain, typically barley, and mixing it with powdered milk and wheat flour. Okay. So malt, yeah, the Count does have quite the stylish mask. Okay, so apparently malt is the exact same malt you're talking about when you're talking about like a malt for beer. It's like a dried processed barley that went into milkshakes? That's so odd. All right, well, you learn something new every day, I guess. Who knew? Hope you both enjoy it. Till next time, malt vanilla. All right, I'm going to take a little look around the village. Sounds good. I'll go check for provisions and gather anything we might need. Episode 6, The Adventures of Sukra. All right, this time I'm going to read it instead of forgetting about it for ages. See, we are just about halfway through, as we just got our first and the second half of the comic adventures. I'm pretty sure that this game is quite a bit longer than the first. I think I finished the first one maybe in like 18 to 20 hours, and at this point we are already at about probably like 18 hours of playing the game. Much longer it feels. Adventures of Sukra, episode 6. Brrr. What is that? Oh, it's a laugh. I was like, what is this onomatopoeia I'm looking at? Allow me to thank you for resurrecting the Terran for me. Professor Booty, what's the meaning of this? Vroom. I required 2 living beings to use as energy sources for this weapon. You basically showed up here by my own invitation. So it was you who let that text fall into my hands. Vroom. It hurts. How dare you use our friends like that? I'm going to keep using them too, you know. Till I get what I want, that is. You're wicked. What are you trying to pull? Vroom. I'm going to absorb the Juno into the Terran here. And once I do, I'll have the world's strongest weapon. How could you use the Juno for such twisted ends? You won't get away with this. Vroom. Once the Terran is fully operational, not even Count Nuvaloon can... Brrr. What's happening? Why have I lost control? Off it goes. Stop, I say. Gotta go after that thing. Yella and Kremer are in danger. Right. All right. Prediction now. This is like... Which, again, I wish the in-game characters would acknowledge the fact that, hey, wait a second, this seems awfully close to what we're dealing with. It would seem that we are probably on our end of things going to take on whatever this Juno power source is into the fancy new Exo-Terranus in order to fight Jihl and his super-powered whatever tank as he continues to find supplemental generators for it. That's what I feel like it's showing us the path to what's going to happen. What do you want, kid? Got something for me? If not, just leave me be. Wow. Here, I have $500, I guess? Wow, you've got my thanks. Don't get me wrong, but you best be careful out here. That goodwill of yours could get you and your friends into some serious trouble. Is that gonna... Yeah, the +5. First the war, then all this commotion in Pharaoh. Life hasn't been easy on you kids, has it? I can't do much to make a difference, but at least let me help you stock up. Thanks for the flame ammo. That's actually quite useful. That's pretty expensive. Makes up for the $500 that I gave to some random Yahoo on the street. Say, are you Vanilla? I am. Who are you? Some old guy asked me to give this to you. What? Huh? Is this a letter? Well, that's my job done. I mean, yeah, he's not wrong, but that's also pretty freaking funny. Like, see you later. I don't care. Bye. Hey, wait. Wonder what this could be. What? Your father lives? Father is alive? Oh. It's true. She did not confirm his... Although, tank's all loaded up, ready to depart. I mean, we did go back and see a conversation back in the capital, and they definitely seem to be talking as though her dad was dead. So, I don't know who's trying to make the claim that he's not. What they may know. I guess it's possible that, you know, maybe they didn't find his body and somebody's yoinked him. I don't know how that would be, though, because it's not as though Jihl has been working with anybody. Like, he is a rogue agent, for sure. Chapter 8, Dead Leaves. The children remain torn between their desire to save Hannah and their duty to protect the citizens of Gasco by defeating the Belenus. Ah, that's right. That's right. We want to kill the Belenus to save everybody. However, killing the Belenus would, in fact, kill Hannah. What should we do now? I want to help Hannah, but how can we do that? Why won't Hannah just come back to us? Well, May. Fortunately, she is merely a consciousness. We need to think of a way to save her. Is Hannah gonna... Ooh, those two words together. Is Hannah gonna be stuck in that nasty Belenus forever? If that's true, then we can't just beat it up or blow it up. Oh, I'm racking my brain, but I can't come up with a single solution. We have to take the Belenus down for the sake of everyone in Gasco, but I'm not sure what will happen to Hannah if we do. Is there a way we can avoid fighting it? We're not going to solve anything by sitting around and flapping our gums. We need to do something. You've got a point. There's probably no way out without a fight. Huh? Something wrong, Vanilla? What's wrong with me? It just looks like something's eating at you. Talking about what our next move should be. Right, I'm sorry. I guess there's something on my mind. I stand by what I said. There's no way out of this without fighting the Belenus. But it goes without saying that if there's a way we can help Hannah, I want to find it. Should I tell Malt about the letter? His father was alive. I have no way of knowing whether that's the truth. I'm picking up small hostiles in the area. It is likely they are aiming to attack the nearby settlement. Forget the Belenus for now. We can't let these things run amok. Let's take them out. All right. Back in the thick of it now. Okay. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Talk to Brits. Eat mashed potatoes. Well, you are going to be disappointed. Play with Cluckin. Plant in the garden. Make some malt wish comes true, which was talk to Brits. We can do that. Boron. Everybody be happy. Eat carrot salad. Guy talk. Okay. Easy enough. We need to see who is lowest level right now. 25, 25, 26, 26, 25, 25. Okay, so 25 is the lowest at the moment. Oh, wow. Malt is actually still 25. Okay. Let's go with Malt. We know we need to get him to talk to Brits as well. Not sure where Brits is at the moment, but... Ching. Are we ever gonna get more animals? It's odd to me that we have exactly the number of animals as we do slots to grow every time. I mean, it works. Certainly works out. Okay. We are definitely not making anything any of them wanted to eat. All we are doing is making some freaking jam paw buns. It's all about that XP bonus. It just gives us 25% higher levels by the end of things. Or hypothetically. There you are, Ritz. Oh, hey, the affinity's up. And we got a level. Oh. Wanted to talk to you again about that time. Sure, you remembered something else? Hannah tried to get info out of Jihl, but she also tried to convince him to stop fighting. She wasn't angry either. She seemed to almost pity him. Always had a big heart, that Hannah. If she'd been able to keep at it, things might have worked out differently. True, they might have. If it'd just been me instead of her, then... Stop right there. That's more than enough, and I don't want to hear another word of this. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. You're one of us now. None of us are replaceable. Right, thanks. Aside from the fact that in my playthrough of the first game, he definitely died. Makes him a little replaceable. Oh, nice. Siphon beam leveled up. Who wanted the guy talk? Ah, Jin. Hello, Jin. How are you? I've come to chat. Damn it, now I gotta be careful when we deal with the bell in us, too. There we go. Don't think I'm going to do the sleep. 3 of them want to sleep, but I just... Ugh. That's so much time. 5 AP. See, can we get... Oh yeah, we can keep getting ahead. Alright, the grenade launcher is now a little bit ahead of everything else. By quite a bit, actually. The damage on the grenade launcher is quite high. Okay, so that's all the upgrading we can do. I mean... We do have 9 AP left. What's possible here? Barrels, breaches. Maybe we do some scrap fishing. I would really like to get some of that upgrade material. Hold on, was that enough barrel S's to... Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you. I didn't mean that. It's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. No, we still need quite a few more barrel S's. Like, 14 more. That's a lot. Also need breaches. Did get more metal plates, though. Let's check the old affinity. Okay. Doing quite nicely on relationship with vanilla. Most of them are over 4, just a little bit behind. All right. Onward and upward.
俺たちの敵じゃないぜ。
準備はできていますわ。
All right, let's see here. Let's bring out. That ought to work. I could do that. See if we can get some burn going. Just one of them. Did burn that one though. That's good. Seek for a potential host. What the heck does that mean? Nice. Wow, it didn't die. Well, that's disappointing. Mutates an ally. Ah, that sucks. At least it's still on fire. I guess it's time to strip the armor. Alright, let's bring out the heavy cannons. Well, then. That will do it. Oh, still S's across the board. Affinity up. Awesome. Ooh, repair kit and a piercing bomb. Nice. No rat it is. Damn, that's a lot of freaking jerk bags. Okay, okay, hold on now. This is a whole ass posse we've got going on here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's use one of those piercing bombs. Do we want to use piercing? We don't actually need the piercing. We'll just use one of the riskies, but I don't really care about bad luck all that much. I just need something that will shoot everyone. Yes. No. Did not hit the rest. Surely that kills those, right? Yes, it does. Kind of blitzing through my SP here, though. Is that all of them? Is there another one? Nope, that's it. Well, there's an SP recover coming up, so that's good. We engaged some strange Burman-looking weapons, but ran out of ammunition. Can you spare any of your stock? No telling when we might encounter them again. Hand over 2 white ammo. Fine. Much appreciated. This will put us back on the front lines. Can't leave everything to you kids now, can we? Repair kit and energy cell. I don't know if that was a decent trade or not, but... there we are. Got an achievement. A ruins. Wappa, Shin, and May, I think, are lower levels. The resources coming from here are not really what I need vitally, but here we are. Oh. Yo. Okay, so there's no getting by that, I think, without shooting him. Or is there? No, there's not. Hope I don't need that piece of ammo. Okay, here's ammo. Get the burning ammo. Down. Okay. At least have access to... okay, I can run under this guy. Oh yeah! Not that one. Right? What do you do? Do you... oh, you do jump. Hoya! There's the ammo I need. Burn them to death. Get out of here. Screw you. Okay. I think this is properly everything. They did expect me to use the fire ammo to be more efficient. Otherwise, I would have left one of the pots. They're starting to expect me to be more clever. Because they've done one... ooh, more... I got a lot of stuff to sell that time around. That's what's really gonna come in useful, I think. Tailless statue. That's new. Hope that's worth a lot of money. Ah. Burman units all came from Jihl and the Belinus, right? I guess there really won't be any end to this unless we take Jihl out. Where's the Belinus now? I am picking up an intermittent transmission that I believe originates from the Belinus. Because of its fragmented signal, I'm unable to ascertain the intent or contents of its message.
No.
Could it be Hannah? Could be Hannah calling for us to come and put a stop to the Belinus. Oh, I guess we're gonna find out as viewers. Kind of looks like a bat. It's got a bit of a bat-like face with the ears.
Oi.
Oi. Hannah, was it? You can hear me, can't you? Yes. Said that if I made the Belinus whole again, it would destroy me. What did you mean by that? I don't have a definite answer for you. All I know is what I was able to glean from a message left in the Belinus data storage. All it said was that should the Belinus be made whole again, it would be your undoing.
Huh.
Huh. As if I could die so easily. Whatever. Enough of this cryptic gobbledygook. Can't say whether or not the message is telling the truth. I just don't want anyone else to get hurt. What a load of bull. I'm making the Belinus whole and taking my revenge on this misbegotten sham of a world. That's the whole reason I came back in this age. Oh. Empathy resolution. Growing weary, are you? You ought to get some rest. No time for that. I need to check on everyone. Do so in the feeble state you're in, and I'm sure you'll only stir up a panic. I can see to the crew for you. I used to perform inspections with my father. Okay, just make sure no one's tired or worried or feeling down. Oh, and check if anyone is hurt or... Yes, I shall. You should really worry more about yourself right now. Good leader needs to keep themselves in top condition. You're right, as usual. Thanks for the help. That $400 whole dollars. I can't say those are particularly profitable, but, you know. Whatever. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Alright. Okay, so we definitely learned that we don't like these particular flyers to combine with the bottom guys, because then they kind of suck and do a lot more damage. What's the best way to deal with this? I mean, I could use airstrike, but that's quite expensive. Just rely on the flame storm. Nice. Not really accurate enough. Let's switch you out. Nice crits. Love to see it. Take the burn damage. Shoot him down. Just tank a couple shots. Ow. Now we can switch the cannons forward. Spike me some health. How much does that heal now? 3,000, pretty good. Don't like all of those barrel L's that I'm seeing that I don't need anymore. A little bit of SP recovery. Well, if it ain't Tank Boy. Here to peruse my wares. Only the finest stuff. Care to test something out? Give me the great pack. Got a good eye on you, kid. It's one of my very best. Piercing ammo, smoke ammo, piercing bomb. Excellent. Call that airship. Material shop. We sell. How much money we gonna come out of that with? Okay, we're over 10K. So we're not going to buy just yet. We're going to buy next time we come around. Because I believe this should give me the opportunity to use airship services. Yeah, we can go back and just run this lap again. Really as far back? I was hoping I could go back before the last one for an extra run. So this will get me some more SP back. No more health back, though, sadly. And some items to pick up. There's worse things, I suppose. Take the safe route. Pick up that. Maybe I'll try to heal during this fight. Wow, you're just gonna move freaking immediately. How rude. Okay, so we'll keep you out. Where is my healer? Is that what we want to do? Yeah, I think so. Let's see, can we try to get a hit on everybody? Using the item. Cool. That'll delay everybody quite nicely. Sweet. Done. Alright, how much does this restore now? 8750. That's pretty good. You would do it that way. Great. Okay, let's get the cannons back. Not dead. Hey, that's a nice hex. Good timing. Now I can actually come out of this fight at full health. Excellent. Please stop giving me barrel L's, however. Stupid meat. What a waste of a trip. Alright, let's do it. Sell me some materials. Go to the shop. I really need to get some of this stuff so that I can complete upgrades. I need... what is that? 8 barrel S's? 8 barrel S's and 9 breaches. 8 barrel S's, 9 breaches. Good, good. And that also means that I have 22 barrel L's that I don't need. So we can sell 22 of these bad boys. Double check. 25, 20, 25, 20. Perfect. Got enough for the armor. We're 8 short for the reactor, so... Metal plates. 8. 3 patched up batteries. This might end up being slightly inefficient. We might pick up some of these that we need on our trip to the next intermission, but I do not want to get there and find out that I don't have enough to upgrade, because I am starting to fall behind on upgrades, and I don't like that one bit. All right, that's good. Off we go. Let's see. How do I want to deal with this? Yeah, sure. Actually, that was a bit of a waste. Oh, no, it won't be, because he does come out of the shell at some point. I'm just gonna spike him while he's in there. Never misses. Shoot the one that evaded. Damn, that's good. You got anything in here? Not really. You know what? Go ahead and defend for now. Until you're more useful. There we go. Hatch is open now. You would. Ow. Nice. Nice hacks. Kill sharpshooter again. You just finish them off. Alright, well, cannon brigade up front. Just pummel him with violence. One more turn. Can we get 2 shots in before? Yes, we can. Before he gets another attack, we can finish it off. There's a couple of the barrel asses and breaches that I bought. Oh well. It's only money. Oh, it's one of these assholes. Shoot. Okay, what's gonna work here? No, we need somebody to shoot it. Okay. Sure. Ah. It's not very flammable. I'm gonna try anyway. Good hit, though. Normal attacks inflict shock. Okay, well that's actually tremendously helpful. Can I just shock him? Nice. 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 I'm going to go ahead and nuke attack. That was a lot of damage. Cannons up. Ow. Alright, we've got a 2-level gap between some of these again. Some of them are all the way back at 25. Some of them are partway through 27. Fortunately, there's help. Excellent. Freaking barrelesses. I couldn't take the risk. Looking for materials? My tank-dwelling friend got packs of goods for you. Always the big pack. Give me the goods. My #1 customer, you got it. Come back whenever you need. Cartridge breach, heavy breach. It's fun going back and reading old issues once you've finished an arc of the comic pages. You might discover things you missed the first time. Never getting bored of reading the adventures of Sucre. Comic pages. Typical youth of today. You'll rot your brain reading that pulp drivel. A societal travesty indeed. Truly. Truly they are the old fogies. Oh, it's the old geezers. You two out wandering on your own again? It's fine with me, I guess. Hey, don't change the subject. Have either of you ever even read a comic page? I wouldn't be caught dead perusing such filth. Back in Berman, cheeky charlatans would use comic pages to criticize the government. The punchline for them was always jail time, though. Yeah, well, that checks out. Checks out. Not talking about political caricatures. I have all 10 back issues of the Adventures of Sucre right here. You should give them a read. Yeah, you can't whine about something you've never even tried reading. Well, I suppose we don't have much else to do currently. Might as well while away the time with these. Merciful heavens, what have we done to deserve such torture? I don't know. Be evil? Let's see, plant something, guide talk, hungry talk, plant vegetables, hungry, upgrade cannon, cook mess room, expand a facility, eat sauerkraut. Well, tough luck. Play with cluckins, hungry. Easy enough. Boron wanted to cook. We can make that happen. Guess what? It's jam paw buns again. That's what everybody eats always. Hungry, cook, hungry, hungry. Okay. Who are our lower level characters right now? I think Socks is the lowest. It looks like to me. Strawberries, apples, wheat, and cabbage. There we go. XP for everyone. Yep, socks. Wappa, it looks like, are the lowest level right now. Ah, we can expand the shed. Sure. The way the sound stopped there, I thought the game might have crashed. Can I do one twice? Ah, I can.
お世話させてほしいのです。
Bam. Where are the goodies lying about? There's one. Iron scrap. Don't think that's useful at all. But upgrading now. That's where it's at.
一緒にやろう。
さあ
Okay, you do have level 26. That got you to level 26. Switch over to Wappa.
あたいの番だよ。
Alright, we're one short on standard batteries.
私手伝
And
う。
we can upgrade the
どんなもんよ。
reactor again.
やったね。
一緒に
Cannon.
やろう。
あたいの番だ。
Who's lowest on levels? May.
始めるよ。
Can we expand the scrap fishing? What are we missing for that? Ah, we needed oak wood for that. I should have used the oak wood for that instead of the animal farm. Oh well.
始めるよ。
Okay, we can at least get an extra cannon out of it.
私手伝うわよ。やった。
Highly successful, that's good. We can get an extra armor.
手伝わせてくださいな。感謝しなよ。
Hello, Yushin Kang. Please keep chat English only, as I cannot read anything else. And I cannot be confident of what is being said. Oh yeah, that's... One more, and I'm just blocking you. Okay. That might have been in delay range, but you know what? That's fine. Okay, hack. Hack and Kyle. Need to have a conversation.
よ
There. Everybody's happy except for Brits, because he didn't get to eat sauerkraut. Tough break, my man. How are we doing on affinity? Doing pretty well. Granted, the only one that I'm mainly concerned about is vanilla. I see that malt is
Yes.
still below 4, so let's talk a couple times
よろし
here.
くて。
Aha. Is it possible to make this vehicle lurch less as we move? It's fun once you get used to it. Is it now? Perhaps I ought to give myself time to enjoy it. Hey, got a level.
何かしら
And it's got our affinity up to 4. All right. Back at it now. Alright, so it looks like we got the dangerous route up top. Oh, conversation first. Hey there, boy. Could you spare a moment?
何か
Is something the matter? Well, how can we put this? You said you had all 10 issues of these comic pages? Oh, he got him hooked. He got him hooked. That's right. Did you read them all already? Not yet. We have yet to receive issues 9 and 10. I think it's only fair we complete the story before giving our critique. Is it the comic pages that are going to convert them from being freaking assholes into being on the side of the kid crew of the tank? Is this how we get them? Didn't give you all of them? Maybe I lost the last 2 issues somewhere. What poppycock? You saying we'll never know the outcome of the decisive battle? Are you saying you like the story? If you don't like it, you don't have to read to the end, you know. Now listen here. Well. Yeah, I'm listening. You lads aren't holding out on us, are you? The comic pages, I mean. We are, actually. Do you really want to read the last 2 issues? We'll not stand for this. Let us conclude the saga at once. You're really pulling our arm here. Fine then. Happy reading. For shame. To treat one's elders in such a manner. Finally, I can sink my teeth back into the tale. Hold on, I'm reading it first. Nonsense. I'm the one who realized they were withholding the final issues. Come on, why are you two fighting like little kids? You should get along. I want you both to enjoy reading the rest of the story. Fine. I do hope that those 2 yahoos do come around in the end. I've had no choice but to leave the auxiliary generators on standby. Don't want to lose consciousness again. Guess I'm still not used to the power surge when turning them on, just like the experiments all those years ago. Should give it another go. Why does he not believe Hannah when she's like, boy, if you complete the Belenos, you'll be dead? When he's like, boy, I have to leave some of these generators on standby or I lose consciousness. Like, hello? Obviously, there's a connection. Maybe if you get any more, you fire it up and you're toast. Just short circuit yourself like a freaking fuse. Just pop. Don't. Erg. I know, right? He's having a bad time. I'll kill, eviscerate, destroy everything. He's freaking losing it. Jihl cried out as if possessed, while a sinister light poured from the Belenos. A staggering number of artillery units that resembled Burman tanks spawned around the Belenos. The whirring of their mechanized cries rose into an insidious cacophony. I don't know who this is. You mustn't. It's gotta be his mom, right? What the? Ugh, gotta be kidding me. I still can't use this power. Just stop. When you lose consciousness, the power surge is out of control and a host of rogue weaponry is created. That aside, you're going to meet your end before the Belenos is even whole again if you keep pushing yourself like this. Shut the hell up. I can do this. I know I can. It'll take more than this for me to meet my end. Friends, they were made just like me. They all died during those grueling experiments or in battle. I was the one who survived. I made it out. So Mama tricked me and sealed me inside the Tyrannus. Mama tricked you? Gonna get my hands on the last 2 auxiliary generators. I'll make the Belinus whole and master its power. Then I'll make sure everyone in this shithole of a world feels the pain me and my friends went through 3 times over. So just sit back and enjoy the ride, loudmouth. Huh? What? Is it the loudmouth remark that really got her? Come on. Or I guess she was probably like, what do you mean the pain you and your friends felt at blah blah? She's too caring. That's what you get 4 flapping your digital lips. You can stew in the data mainframe until I feel like letting you out. Right then. I know where I need to head next. Just you wait, Belinus. I'll have you back in one piece in no time. Oh, hey. Now Hannah's hanging out there with the wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey. At least now I can somehow grasp why Jihl is on his warpath. All the suffering and pain he went through years ago is driving him on this unreasonable vendetta. What did he mean when he said Mama tricked him? Maybe there are more data logs I can find with the answer. Still not too familiar with the Belinus' systems. Oh, maybe it's not his actual mom. Maybe it was like a researcher that cared for him more than the other ones at the time. Time isn't on my side. Hurry, everyone. You must stop Jihl. Okay. So, let's see here. Yeah, no. Why do we have to redeem every villain? Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's see. Clearly there is an airdrop spot back here, so I will get a chance to come through this path a second time. Up here we have a SP plus restore, and I really don't need that right now, so I think I'm going to take the normal route initially, and then I'll loop back around and take the dangerous route next time. Oh, cash money. Ally strike first. Excellent. Let's see here. We need you. And then honestly, we'll just use you too. And then fire. Yeah, these are very evasive. Thus, we use the sharpshooter. Never misses. Well, yeah, and I think the big problem that is commonly run into when they're trying to do this whole, like, multi-layered bad guy or, you know, reasons for their villainy, the problem is that it's, like, it's so often really predictable how it's going to pan out. Because it's not that it feels like they're trying to reveal what made him be bad. It's like, it feels like they're actively trying to sort of convince you that them stopping being bad later was like a good thing, right? Like it's like the checklist. It's like, you know, now, obviously we're going to turn this villain around and we're making you feel bad about chasing him. You know, it's like, oh, have sympathy. It's like, okay, but like, yeah, I guess, but it's just, it's done the same way every time. And it's one of those things, it's really just the problem of it being the standard. It's done every time. If it was done sometimes, it'd be fine. But it's the every time thing that just is like, here we are again, doing the villain thing with the tragic backstory that they all have, every last one of them. You know, it's like, okay, great.
僕に任せて。任せて。
お任せあれですわ。
Damn, that's a good shot.
痛いぞ
Ow. Can we break that up? Yes, we can.
準備はできていますわ。
How do we want to do this? Hey!
僕に任せて。
Actually hit him.
やってやる。
Super piercing shot.
始めるわね。
Can I switch again? Yes, I can. Alright, let's see if I can delay that.
始めるよ。任せて。
Strip the last armor.
行くな
Shoot him in the face.
なかなかの歯ごたえでしたわね。
Yeah. S's across the board.
よかった。
Damn. Affinity rank 6. They spend a lot of time in the same seat. It's really what it comes down to.
いざ前進ですわ。
Okay, so we want to go the normal route here.
行こう。
敵ですわ。
Well, damn, that's a lot of dudes. Can I get him with a flame ammo? We have extra. Boom. Everybody's on fire. Alright, let's switch you up front. Let's go ahead and just earthquake these two probably to death. Earthquake is very good.
やってやる。
Very, very good.
全部貫け。
Also good.
僕たちは止められないよ。
Freaking cleaned house. Okay, well now they're just throwing barrel S's at me just to like mock me.
行こうか。
Oh well, I can sell them in the end. Now, I know this might sound crazy, but I swear I saw a giant machine-like meat monster. Let me tell you, I don't think I can ever eat meat again. Would you like some eggs? Perfect. Time to start my new vegetarian life. Have all this meat I bought. Can't stand the sight. Thanks. Thanks for the meat that I never ever use. Okay. What's my odds of lighting him on fire? Low, but not impossible. I got him. Would you look at that? Damn, that's a lot of damage for the fire. That should kill you from fire, though? Yes, it will.
備が
Get
できたわ。
freaking burned, bro.
消えなさい。
任せて。
そこ。いくぞ。そこだ。始めますわね。慎重
might as well
に行きますわ。
攻撃準備よ。見えた。
もう痛いぞ。
Nice crit.
なかなかの歯応えでしたわね。
行こ
Get a bit of health.
う。やったぞ。
Another fight.
皆さん、いいですわね。
Okay, let's see here. Bum. Blues, yellows, reds. A little bit of everybody. Guess we'll do that. See if we can't get somebody lit on fire.
準備完了。
Kill that guy outright, apparently.
任せて。
よーし。
Oh boy, this combination actually sucks. I didn't realize that that was one of those guys. Shoot.
準
Ow.
備完了。そうはいかないよ。
Maybe I should have defended, actually. Oh well. Well, I really needed him to strip armor, I guess. So he's now on to counterattacking.
準備ができたわ。
Can I switch again? Yeah. Bring you up.
もう怖くない。
Yeah, take a shot.
消えちゃ
We gotta work him down.
僕に
Ow.
任せて。
Freaking hurts. Really don't need to strip armor. Just kill him.
僕に任せ。気をつけて。
え。よーし。
I mean, I'm just gonna have to take the shot because he doesn't seem to come out of the mortar mode. So I just gotta defend and then. Oh, you idiots! Why are you all afraid now? It's cool. We can fix it.
ついてるぞ。
お任せあれですわ。消えなさい。
始めるよ。
Hold on. Give me a yellow guy.
発射なのです。も
Are
う
you
怖
afraid?
く
You
な
are
い。
afraid. Oh shoot.
痛いぞ。
Screw
始めます
that
わ
up.
ね。撃て。まだまだいけるのです。手加減なしですわ。
Nice.
さあ、発射なのです。
Sweet. Thank you.
僕がついてるぞ。
Clear the
行くよ
fear.
消えちゃ
I hate those guys. Those guys are the worst.
え。皆さん
I don't quite see the clear sort of solution to their mortar mode. They just counterattack, like, and they just hang out and just keep shooting you.
行こう。来ましたわね。
Use the airship. Transport. Oh, so we can go back here. Or we can go there. Okay, so we got 2 dangerous routes. We'll just go back and lap around. Go up here now. Recover so much SP. Gonna have to very quickly heal here, though.
敵ですわ。攻撃準備は万全なのです。私の番ね。頑張ろう。
And let's get our heal on. Nice. Close. Ow. Ow.
サポートは任せて。よし。何も怖くないぞ。そこ
This
だ。
hero mode could come in very useful in this dangerous fight.
前すぐに終わらせる。遅いよ。
Oh, nice. All allies strike first.
私の番ね。
Let's see here. I need somebody to come in here and help eliminate the flyers. Those good shots.
僕に任せて。
I could just link attack.
さあ。
Yeah, you know what? Why not? See you later, everybody.
痛いぞ。
That'll just strip all the armor off. Done.
気を休めるのはまだだよ。僕が終わらせる。
Well then. Let's see if we can't light them on fire. Well, we got the flyers. It's not really who I wanted to light on fire, but such is life, I guess.
よーし。消えちゃえ。
準備
Ow.
完了。
Ow. Let's see. God, phew, what a mess we have found ourselves in. You would.
行くよ
Could link attack. It's likely to get us counterattack, but let's just freaking do it. Maybe I should have used the hero mode. Damn. Might have been a mistake. Alright, we gotta clear out, I guess, the other one first.
僕がついてるぞ。始めるよ。
We gotta clear this guy.
I don't want 2 on the field, is really what it comes down to.
準備はできていますわ。撃ちますわ。
Good job switching to the...
お任せあれ。
Damn, that's a lot of damage!
当たって始めますわね。そこですわ。任せて。
From my understanding, it does, but like... Well, also, I stopped being able to see it in my OBS panel. I don't know why I could otherwise.
やってみる。今は耐えなきゃ。
Well, damn.
お任せあれですわ。撃て！
I need to heal, like, real bad.
暗い。
I guess I'll just use a repair kit?
準備ができたわ。
I'm not really sure what to do about this guy.
今は耐えなきゃ。
Oh, my music is great. I mean, I'm defending. I could take the shot. There's still one more. Okay, there. He does revert eventually.
攻撃準備よし。
準備ができそこよ。サポーターまだよ。
よし。
It's just a lot of damage I gotta work through. Jeez.
始めるわね。消えて。
Oh, and now it's got wrath and speed. Freaking... Oh, wait, I can fix that. Can I... Does that work? Nice!
やってみる。
Just freaking strip the buffs.
任せて。そこ。
怖くないよ。
Double effective recovery skills. Aye.
まだいけるわ。今は耐えなきゃ。
I mean, I just have to freaking tank the shot. It sucks, but I just have to. Good God. It's a lot of freaking shots.
サポートは任せて。これで大丈夫だね。
Fine, I can just fix it.
始めるわね。
That's... It's a lot of heals.
おしまいです。始めるわね。 消えて。
Ow.
私の番ね。やっ。
僕がついてるぞ。
Good.
僕に任せて。
And the double damage. Bam.
みんなのおかげね。
Yeah, that didn't go so
いい
great.
ね。
It's a lot of freaking items, though.
行こうか。
We still won. Ooh, nice, Oakwood. 10 barrel S's. There's all the barrel S's I needed. Jesus. They were hiding them. Not risky ammo.
よーし
飛行船か。
Alright, I mean, obviously we gotta get transported up here. Dangerous route for maximum loot. Could have probably not healed myself as much. I didn't recall that there's a big heal right there. Hey! Okay, so let's switch you out. Go with this.
もう怖くない痛いぞ
They are sturdy.
僕に任せて。無駄だよ。
Glad that continues to work. Ow. That upgrading is going to be a bit of an annoyance.
始めますわね消えなさ
Good crit.
いよーしそこだ
準
He
備完
doesn't
了。
have that much health.
任せて。
お任せあれですわそこですわ
準備完了。
Let's go ahead and try to strip the armor a little bit.
行くよー消えちゃえ準備はできて
It's just gonna keep jacking the armor up.
任せて。
よーしなあ始めます撃ちますわ
始めるよ。
It's close. Hey, we snuck it out.
まだいるね。敵だよ。
There's freaking more. Honestly, hold on. Can we eagle eye?
よく狙って。
And then I will link attack next time around.
始めますわね撃て行くよそこだ
始めるよ。
Okay, so now, yeah, it's better accuracy. Don't miss. That was not a
準備はできて
miss.
いますわ撃ちますわ
Highly effective.
よーそっかーお任せやそこですわ
Oh, we're getting so many sellable goodies from this. Oh, and XP. Shot 3. Golden screws, golden lenses. Stuff to sell.
こう
I did use a lot of SP there. More than I would have liked.
僕が終わらせる。
This freaking asshole. Oh, fortunately we have a freaking ready to go hero mode.
That's got a lot of health. Ow.
これくらいの番だよぶっ潰すよし攻撃準備は万全なのでそこなのです
It's got so much health, and this is only the first one of 3 waves of this. This is ridiculous. This fight might be a bit hairy.
任せてほしい照準よしなのですさあ
We're just, I mean, we're just trying to pummel him. There goes the hero mode. Add Wrath and Fury. Okay, we definitely don't want to allow that to continue.
ワッパ様のお通りだよ
Okay, first and foremost, we strip the buffs.
さあ始めるのです防御体制なのです
Figured as much.
攻撃準備よし僕に任せて
いくよ
Hold on, I want... I don't know how her hero mode would interact with the counterattack. Allegedly, she gets to go immediately after using an ability. Act right away after using a skill. I guess let's find out. Yeah, he gets to go first. Ow! Good God, that's ridiculous. I definitely cannot take that kind of damage. That's crazy.
No, 大丈夫よ 始めるわねやあさあ照準よしなのですよし準備ができるしかないの
It's alright. We regenerated the health.
前進を続けるのです
Hopefully that's the worst of it.
射程内に
Yeah, this is way less horrible.
おしまいです
That was a good shot.
僕がついてるぞ
任せてほしいのです
Okay, let's...
そこだ
そんな僕に任せて
Well, that's just rude.
始めるよ まだまだ
Ow.
行くよそっか準備ができたわ消えて
まだいるね
Alright, now what's the last one?
敵だよ
Oh, okay. This is not ideal. Good God. Okay. We're gonna have to really lay into him here.
focus this guy down. All right, he doesn't have as much health. Okay, so the flame is more likely. I just need to start stacking debuffs on him. Let's do the risky, or guaranteed. Bad luck. Shoot. Oh, well. That was a fortunate miss. Okay, what do we got? Inflict smoke. Inflict burn. %80 chance to inflict stun. Wow, you have very high odds of inflicting burning. Start letting that do the work. And then with the smoke. What? Why did that deal damage or fear? Normal attacks inflict status ailment. Oh, you're afraid, you idiot. You missed. If I stun him, does he not get to counterattack? That's kind of the question. That might have been a bad idea. He does not get to counterattack. My SP is getting quite low. Interesting. Stunning him did keep him from counterattacking, but it also stopped him from changing out of the mode. Would you shake off your freaking fear, my dude? Well, I'm glad I defended against that, but he still freaking did it. He missed a lot. The burning is certainly working to my advantage. Oh, well, burning got him in the end. Woof. Uh-huh. What a freaking fight, man. Did get a level out of it. I mean, largely because those enemies were worth a lot of experience. They're up to freaking level 6 affinity. Good grief.
こうか。
これは何？
Hey, there's some more oak wood.
あれ誰かな？
Oh, goodness me. Here I was just out to pick up some flour. But after buying a bit of this and that, I completely emptied my pockets. Just think of it as something you needed. What? It happens. Just think of it as something you needed? Can't I just give her flour? You're a bright little one. Maybe I didn't need all of it, but buying it did give me peace of mind just the same. Okay, I could have given her flour. I have flour. Whatever. What do I know? What do we got? Eat stuffed tomatoes, expand the fishing stand, hungry, do laundry, expand garden, scared of the soul cannon, expand the mess room, hungry, guys only expedition, eat coleslaw, expand the fishing stand, open a treasure chest and some ruins. Well, great.
やったぞ。
What's my lowest level? Of the people I use, it's hack.
俺に任せろ。
Okay, first and foremost, let's offer a prayer to the spirit of the cannon. This should reduce its likelihood of going off, I guess. I assume. Let's expand the fishing. Fishing stand has expanded. Oh, a couple people wanted that. A couple people wanted to expand the farm. At least a person wanted to expand the farm. Sure. We should also plant onto the farm. Strawberries, apples, wheat. Tomatoes. Cabbage. You know what, actually, maybe we do. Because we pretty much only have the boss upcoming. Maybe we do want to eat something other than the experience stuff. I mean, what do we got to work with? Ah, we can't expand the mess room. That's too bad. Can upgrade a cannon, however. Poor machine gun, getting left behind. Eat coleslaw, eat stuffed tomatoes. What are those things? Stuffed tomatoes is attack. Which honestly, maybe that is something that we want for the upcoming fight. Go ahead and do that. Okay.
やりましたわ。
And Hack wants to do the laundry. What's your affinity look like, Hack? I would do Hack and Boron, maybe. In the laundry. Hack, Boron, yes. Okay, now we can actually talk to Boron.
Link event. I hear you want to be an adventurer, huh? Yeah, someday when I grow up at least. That's so cool. You're not scared or anything? Me? No way. Gonna go explore all the places everyone else is afraid of. Cool, huh? Just a year ago, you were trying so hard to be brave, but look at you now. Yeah, look at me now. We've all grown up a bit, but you've grown a whole lot. You think so? I sure hope so. You know what? I'm gonna try and be more like you and stop crying all the time. Good luck. Yeah, crybaby Boron. Okay. Want to do some expeditions. I don't think that's necessary. Although, I mean, I am sort of running out of immediate needs here. Oh no, not this one. It's up here. I mean, what do we got here? We've got oakwood, blueprints, advanced professional tools. So we could potentially get some professional tools out of this one. We do need more of socks, gin, boron, I guess. They did want to go guys only. Yeah, why not? Okay. 3 bullets. Get one here. Pretty sure I remember how this one goes. I believe we have to go through here. Yep. We get fire. Fire gets us through here. Lightning. Fire the lightning. Door opens up. Loot, loot, loot. I think we just have 4 bullets for 4 jars. We already have the key, right? A couple professional tools. Not a whole lot, but a couple. Old coins, ancient jewels, some professional tools. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so affinity. So vanilla has everybody up to 4 except boron. I mean, how? Really, the question is, how high does that actually need to be for her? Go talk to Boron to get everybody to 4. That feels like a solid benchmark, at least for the moment. Great. And then Malt also needs to talk to Boron, because Boron is still not up to rank 2 yet. Worried about your mom and dad. Let's hurry and put their minds at ease. Yeah, that'll
That'll make it feel better. Anything I can help out with? Nothing right this moment, but thanks for the offer. Do you mean that, or do you mean nothing someone like me can do? No, really, there's nothing. Something bothering you? Nope, nothing. Talk to you later then. That nope sounded a lot like yes to me. I want to ask him about it again sometimes. Poor Boron, feeling useless. Let's see. Yeah, let's switch over to Boron. He seems to be missing rank 2 with several people. See if we can't get his conversations going around. Like May, I think, was one that we had not yet gotten to 2. Yeah. Kitty clack, clunkety clunk. Isn't this fun? Sure is, I guess. You're making me a bit uncomfortable staring at me like that. Boron, remember when you said if I want to grow up fast, I need to eat a lot? I do think I said I eat as much as you can. Or I do think I said eat as much as you can, yeah. But I'm still not big like you. I'm not sure you want to be as big as me. You've been eating everything you served, though? Lots of paw buns. That's true. That's the only thing we eat around here. It's not really an answer, but I like paw buns, too. They're really yummy. I like vegetables. I don't really like those. No, huh? But you have to keep a balanced diet and eat everything, you know? It's how you stay happy and healthy. Okay, I'll try. Life lessons with Boron. Eat a balanced diet. Thanks, Boron. Alright, off to the boss fight we go. Alright, full health, pretty close to full SP. I'm picking up signals spawning from the Belinus. New units, and they are approaching quickly. The Belinus made them. Is there any sign of communication from Hannah? Noise interference makes it difficult to ascertain the contents of any incoming message. I'll analyze all applicable audio data. They're coming at us fast. Doesn't that mean they're aiming to take us out? Set up an ambush and draw them in. Better us than the nearby townsfolk and villagers. Let's draw them to us and ambush them. Okay, we can't let them scare the townsfolk. Let's protect everyone we can. Enemies to be intercepted or drawing closer. Now entering effective combat range. I wish that whole ambush thing actually affected combat. The enemy units appeared before the children, roaring and whirring with malicious intent and mechanical fury. There they are. Something about them gives me the heebie-jeebies. Their aura is nothing like the enemies we've faced so far. It feels thick and oppressive, like someone consumed with rage. If we don't bring them down here now, who knows what havoc they'll wreak on Gasco. Alright, let's do this. What do we... Okay. It's a giant floppy cat tank? What am I looking at? Alright. I have just the thing for this, though. Well, damn. I have everybody all ready for a link attack. I don't need to... I don't really want to... switch everybody out. Right, let's go with this. What can we do for ourselves? Well, we can apply risky, give him some bad luck.
行くよ
We get a defense in there.
我慢だ
Enemy is calling for reinforcements. What I want to do is the freaking sharp bolt and just damage based on... Yeah. Damage based on the armor. I don't suppose I can get you with some flame ammo. Oh, yeah, I can. 80% chance to burn. Got him.
よーし
Freaking brilliant.
やれやれ。やられてたまるか
Get
よ。
him with the damn sharp bolts. Calling reinforcements. That's a lot of reinforcements.
行くよ
It's fine. We can just essentially clear them out with a big honkin' link attack.
そこだ
やってやる。やられてたまるかよ。
As long as he sits there with his 9 armor, I'm just going to keep dealing bonus damage based on his armor.
遅いんだよ。
Just punish him over and over again.
行くよ
You dumbass.
そこだ
He's buffing his one stupid ally
私の番ね
who's just going to die right now.
やれや
Way
れ。
to waste your time, sir.
遅いんだよ。
行くよあ慌てちゃダメよーし痛いぞ
Open the hatch and inflict fear. Oh, that's why the fear happened that one time.
やってやるか。落ち着いていこう
Stand
ぜ。
up. The burning is helping. Skill. Let's peel the buff off of him.
行くよ
You're still afraid. But you didn't
Yeah,
miss.
行
くよあ
Get a defend.
慌てちゃダメ
Oh, may inflict depression.
震えてなんか。
Kyle's depressed. That sucks, because I really need Kyle to not be depressed.
やれやれ。
Because his skill is what I was really relying on. Alright, well. Does anybody else have... What is it? Sharp Bolt? Full Shot, Frenzy, Piercing Bomb. Not really, but I guess we'll pull you in. No choice but to start stripping armor, I guess.
絶対に見破れないぜもう怖くな
Can
い
we get this guy cheered up, please?
行くよ
No, I do want to get him burning again, but I really don't need to keep using ammo for it. I could just...
俺に任せろ
Okay, now maybe we go ahead and just flame ammo to hit everybody.
出しちゃうぞ
僕がついて
There
る
we
ぞ。
go.
よーし
Oh, there's a chance to inflict burn on that. You know what, let's actually switch.
Injury, fear, and depression resistance, but not removal. That's fine. Let's just pummel him.
準備ができたわ。倒します。
Oh, you armor fixin' douchebag. Fortunately, the burning will eventually get the job done.
僕に任せて。
始めるわね。
Let's just get him with an
お尻
earthquake.
が降りるさ。
I mean, they're still pretty heavily armored, but we just need to do some damage so that the burning finishes them
始
off.
めるのです。
Could also try to stun zone him. The odds aren't very good on that.
僕の手
Get
の
him with
内なの
smoke.
です。まだまだいけるのです。 よし。
I don't know why I bothered. I should have attacked the other one. Just let the burning do the trick.
任せてほしいのです。照準よしなのです。始めるわね。回されるさ。これくらい。
Damn. So much for freaking
攻撃準備よし。
fear resistance.
攻撃準
Still
備
got the hit though.
始めるわね。今は耐えなきゃ。
Get a defend up. Oh, got an energy charge. Fine, the burning will do the trick. Nice, S rank. That's a lot of bonus experience that we just got. Nice. All enemy units have gone dark. The battle is over. That was one of the easier boss fights we've had to deal with, honestly. Alright, we scrapped him. Let's get back after Jihl. A slight delay may have given him a bit of a lead. I've completed an analysis of all recent incoming transmission data coming from the Belenos. You have? So was it Hannah? The audio is fragmented, but playable. Running out time. Only 2 left. Stop hole again. So it was Hannah. She sounds really worked up. Only 2 left. Do you think Hannah's talking about the parts Jihl is gathering to make the Belenos whole again? It's gonna happen once the Belenos is fully assembled. I think she's trying to tell us to stop Jihl before anyone has the misfortune of finding out. And we're running out of time. Even so, we're going to find a way to both defeat the Belenos and save Hannah, no matter what. They would not be saying goodbye a second time. The children trudged on, their hearts driven by a thin shred of hope. Father, are you really still alive? Apparently he found another thing. He's obtained the 3rd generator. Hurry, everyone, before it's too late. Cleared Chapter 8. Finally. Bouncing around in this tank has me beat. Go on and rest up a bit, then. Don't mind if I do. Oh, actually, I just remembered. This town here is famous for its all-new snacks. No rumors of food get by those ears, do they, Boron? What do we gotta sell? Old coins, ancient jewels, golden screws, gold... A lot, actually. Ooh, nice. That's a big pile of cash. Okay, now hold on. Heavy barrels, heavy coils, heavy cartridge, heavy breech. Steel, titanium, steel, standard, rough crystals. Alright, so I guess we do not need plain... like barrels, plain cartridges, plain coils, plain breeches. Definitely don't need iron scrap. Hey, Lady Amarisa, how are you doing? I don't think we need metal plates, but I'm a little too nervous to sell them off yet. Oops, that's not the right button. Oh, hey, Fennec. I see the pair of you have come by. I'm doing quite well myself. We just vibing. Working through this here RPG. Doing a lot of reading, because they didn't have voices, sadly. I would imagine so, Vanek. I can't say I'm surprised. Let's see. Okay, so I don't need the patched up batteries, right? Right, I'm on standard batteries, so we can sell all of the old patched up batteries. Maximize our cash. Alright, so now we can stock up a little bit on supplies. I used quite a bit of flame ammo. Definitely want to keep those topped up. Piercing ammo. What's the white ammo? Inflict weakness. Yeah, give me a couple of those. Alright, now what do we have available here? Nothing of great import, apparently. Oh, yeah, how's the work on the wings going? I know I kind of, just shoveled a great deal of information at you at once. I hope you were able to make sense of that. I saw your, at least the updates you posted onto Twitter, Amare, so it's looking very nice. I hope the wings work out as you hope and anticipate. Next stopped Saluki, huh? I hope it still has its sweeping fields of grain. My Gasco army pal says that some weird super-powered machines that shoot off spores have taken up around these parts. Doubt this makes sense right now, but be careful if you start seeing things or feel a sudden drop in motivation. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. It does get a little bit complicated. Is there anything like specifically that you're sort of stuck on? Because I could potentially briefly help now that you're here. But yeah, I think the way that would probably require the least model changes would be to try to do it through vnyan. That does, of course... Oh, you can't stop the model from T-posing in vnyan. So yeah, the vnyan thing, there's a lot of, I guess, different like layers of tracking, and I bet there's just like one in there that might be causing you trouble.
If you've got a minute, I wouldn't mind, moseying over to vnyan and at least sort of showing you some basics of what I know. I do like doing the teaching thing when given the opportunity. And there's not too often where people come by and are like, "Help, I need a thing." And I'm like, I can provide said thing if you're interested. Cool. All right. Intermission, everybody. Let me see here. All right, hold on. I guess I'll go ahead and go to return to title. I'll just let this save what's going on. All right. Change of plans. I guess what do I need? I guess primarily what I need is vnyan. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna need to be not that one. That one. To the desktop. Let me get my music. Okay. Oh, right. I get duplicated. Also, I need to update my YouTube chat on this screen because I wasn't really planning on being here today, but here we are. Do I still have it copied? I do. Hello? Do you not have... You don't have the custom CSS. Okay, now we have to go through the adventure of studio mode. Where's the studio mode that I never ever use? You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna be on an adventure here as I go back to the live screen so that I can copy paste this. Copy. All right, now we're coming back. Now we're gonna put that in the custom CSS. I wish my stinger wasn't so damn long. All right. Okay, yes, there's gonna be two of me. One of them is actual vnyan here on my desktop in the background. One of them is actually me. Confusing, I know. Okay. So what if you're struggling to get somebody un-T-posed? How effectively can I get myself in the same spot? You think you fixed it? Well, that's good. I expect what happened is, so you've got like these tracking layers here. And within these tracking layers, one, there's an arm angle. And so that's kind of what you can use to adjust. And then if you have... I don't remember if you have leap motion or not. But then you can set the leap motion further down to then sort of override where your default arm position is. So like if I sort of hide... I couldn't remember yet. I would endorse leap motions. They're pretty good. And the leap motion 2 is coming out soon, which is cool. I'm hoping, I haven't seen too much about the leap motion 2 coming out. I'm hoping that it's based on the same stereo IR170 tracker that I have. I have like the dev version, which is the stereo IR170, which is like way nicer than the original leap motion because it's got a wider view, it runs on less power, so it doesn't get as hot and all that. But the issue with mine is it's like it's designed for when you're developing on it, so it doesn't have a nice case. It's, you know, a little bit wonky. I had to make a thing to hold it on to where I put it and all of that stuff. But I'm hoping they're using that same tracker tech in the Leap Motion 2. Because, well, plus the one I have was more expensive than they're making the Leap Motion 2, which is good. Well, I mean, it's good that it's cheaper now. It's not good that I paid more, but, you know, such is life. So, yeah, so, like, did you, in fact, manage to find your T-pose issue, which is probably this arm angle here? Woo! Because I think it by default is 0. And so then, yeah, you'd be T-posed, but you can rotate your guy here. There's also root rotation now. I'm not exactly sure what this does. That is a new setting that I am unfamiliar with. And there is more that you can do in vnyan around the arms. Kappa, actually, she's still here. She just went through. There's some tutorial videos available, and there is a node graph available that allows you to, well, it's a node graph slash pendulum chain. I would definitely encourage you to get on that Discord and take a look. Kappa, do you have the link to the tutorial you used that you could throw on here for the pendulum chain you used for the arms? Because one of the things that vnyan has is these pendulum chains. I haven't used the pendulum chains on my model because I haven't needed to, so I'm not gonna try to do a tutorial on a pendulum chains. I'm not gonna try to tell you how, but I do know of a tutorial that will be helpful. Because what the pendulum chain allows you to do is it allows you to chain movement off of other movement. So essentially, the chain that Kappa is going to link, the chain that Kappa uses gives the arms a little bit of like that VTube Studio sort of like flowy arms, like when you move your head, gives you a much more natural look. So the blinking, there are going to be probably a few different ways that you could do blinking. So I think what might be most useful is to talk sort of broadly how to utilize vnyan to do creative stuff, right? Because there's a wealth of things you can do. But first, let's tackle blinking. Blinking seems like a reasonably simple place to start. So, when you need some form of effect, what you use is these node graphs, which I realize are actually slightly off my screen. This button for node graphs here, it's going to open up and it's going to... Oh no, I just changed my size. I hate that. Ooh, fix it. Thank you. Okay, so you're going to use these node graphs. And so node graphs can be complicated, but they don't have to be. They're relatively straightforward in logic. And depending on the effect that you're trying to do, they can be simple or very complicated. So, for instance, let me just create a new one. Did I get that spelled right? I did. Okay. So for instance, let's take a look at some of my basic ones. Like I have a bunch of these toggle hotkeys, okay? There's a lot on here, but each individual action is relatively simple. And so why I pull this one up, these toggle hotkeys, is because pretty much anybody using vnyan is going to need to make this sort of node graph, because it replaces what... Thank you, Kappa. There's the tutorial that you should look up for some of the advanced ARM stuff. It should walk you through it and also send you to the place on the Discord that will give you the pendulum chain you need. I can't help but notice that my chat has failed me. YouTube chat, why are you like this? Hold on, let me see if I can bring in a browser source so that we can get chat on screen. Where's my chat new? I think is the one. Why are you so huge? That can't be right. No, that can't be right. Get out of here. Remove. Browser. New chat. I think that's the one. There it is. Freaking browser sources for YouTube chat constantly breaking. A real pain in my ass. All right. Not that you can actually read it against that node graph background. Okay. Sorry. I got distracted. And I have like 5,000 different ideas of what I can try to help you with going through my head. Okay. When using vnyan, as compared to, say, vcface, which I guess, did you previously use vcface, Amresa? That's usually what I use as a point of comparison, because that's what I had used previously, but it's not going to be very helpful for me to use that as a comparison. Okay, perfect. So, you know, in vcface, you have a whole list of the settings, right, of your not redeems, your expressions, right? It's just you open up the expressions list. It's like, here's the expression name, set the hotkey, you know, is it a toggle or not? You know, you have that list of the expressions. So vnyan doesn't have that sort of built in. And so because it doesn't have it built in, you essentially have to make it yourself. And that sounds daunting, but it's really not that bad. So what I have here is... Oh, I'm zooming in on myself, not... For instance, where's one of my, like, simple ones? Oh, where'd my rainbow go? Well, that uses an effect. Sorry, all my stuff is complicated. I can't help myself. Okay, here we go. Here's a good example. Okay. So you'll have to come in here and essentially make that series of settings in a node graph. And so broadly speaking, I guess what we need to get into is node graphs broadly, honestly. So when you're working with these node graphs, what you have is callback nodes up here. You have action nodes here in the middle, and then you have conditional/other nodes here at the bottom. And I think an easier way to understand that is you have causes, you have effects, and then you have conditions. So you have cause, effect, and, you know, filters or modifiers. So you have your expressions, right? Your expressions are blend shapes. That's how they're set up in VRM. So in your actions or your effects, you will find yourself a blend shape here. So you have toggles, blend shape. You click that, and then you have a blend shape here. And so here you would set what the expression name is, like, you know, like happy or whatever that expression is. You'd say the value to 100 because that's, you know, what you want. You know, it's like 100. It goes from 0 to 100, essentially. 100 is fully active, 0 is fully inactive. And then you have smooth modifier, which I'm not exactly sure what length of time that stretches your smoothness over, but, you know, it can be whatever. And then you can also, again, say whether it's a toggle or not, similar to the way the settings are in VC Face. And so this is how essentially you set that up, but now we have the effect and we need to set the cause. And so if we want to replicate essentially what we have in VC Face, we'll come to the callback nodes and we will grab a hotkey here, and we just do, and then you will set the hotkey, control up, whatever. You'll set the hotkey, and now I also skipped the step where you draw the line from this is the output of your cause, and you draw that to the effect. And now these are tied together. So pressing this hotkey causes this effect. And so that's what you'll have to do and go through for each one of your expressions that you have in the list in VC Face. And you'll just kind of have to replicate that here in vnyan, presuming you do in fact move over to vnyan, which I would suggest. So that's one of the things that you'll need to do, broadly speaking. And so, for instance, I mentioned this one because, like, this I actually have set up. You can see I have my blend shape name, drifting motes, set to 100, smooth, uses toggle. I'm using a WebSocket command, which is just directly from my Stream Deck rather than using a hotkey. And so, activating that, I can also just right-click and send signal. Activating that, right, activates my blend shape. And in this case, this is one of my particle systems that, yeah, little floaty boys now that are out and about. Little drifting motes. So that's the way that works, since it's set as a toggle. All right, so now with that sort of underlying understanding set up, let's go over here to the demo. So let me check monitor. Yeah, blink L, blink R. Okay, so one of the things that you will have is going to be a blink blend shape. And so I guess first and foremost, you did mention the blinking, and you mentioned not wanting to use auto blink. Presumably the issue is that it is trying to auto blink and you want it to actually track eyes. I might have been barking up the wrong tree here. Hold on. Tracking. Now I'm looking back. Not yet. Saving. Not that easy. Simple as the arm angle. Blinking. No, she wants to be more natural and not use an auto blink. Okay. So you want to actually track eyes. It should do that. That should be related to a setting. It's not making the eyes blink. Of course, one of the challenges here is that I have not used the webcam tracking. Use eye bones. Maintain hips, movement. Well, it... And I assume that you are using the simple blend shapes, or do you have the full 52 AR kit blend shapes into the model? based on your statement that you're less familiar with Unity, I kind of imagine it's probably just the simple ones that, like, you get straight out of Vroid. Okay, if you don't know, it's the standard ones, for sure. Okay, so let me see here. Trying to think, have I seen anything? Vnyan not responding to blinking. Nope, that's old. Ah, yes. Okay. I see a good point here. So, one thing to check in vnyan, up here, there's a little monitor option here. And if you open the monitor, it shows you all of what the values are that you're getting in for your blend shapes. And so it would be worthwhile opening this and validating that when you blink, you are seeing your blink blend shapes, you know, like trying to send a signal. If not, I'm not quite sure what to do next. But let's see. I checked. The only value that changed was a camera orientation. The blend shapes, blink, 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 blink. Okay, so you're not seeing those values track. Let's see. Kappa, were you having issues with blinking when you were trying to... Do you remember if you had to fiddle with any of these settings? Like, you know, is the use eye bones... Do you have the convert ARKit tracking to simple blend shapes? Because you will need this guy checked here, because you're using the simple blend shapes rather than the ARKit ones. So that might be one of the issues you're seeing. Yeah, I mean, presumably this is the default setting. Yeah. Okay. Check that guy. If that might be your issue, because you want it to convert to the simple blend shapes. Because you'll only have the simple blend shapes rather than the full ARKit. And that might be the one-click fix that you need. I'm just vibing as I wait to see if that helps. Because now on this... Oh, I guess it's not Try Day Friday anymore. I was going to say... No, I'm not surprised you don't, Kappa, because you're not using the webcam. I know that you definitely would not. Because you are using an actual full-on ARKit layer from an iPhone. I know what you've got going on. But Amaresa does not have the ARKits. Yeah, the eye bones. Okay, well, regardless, that might be the thing you need. That might do the trick. I don't know how effective it is in converting those AR kits down to... Okay, no, that's... If it's starting to work, then we can start to get somewhere. Because now you're... If it's working, it's gonna get you into the right space where you can start smoothing it and do a lot of that stuff. I am using an iPhone running VTube Studio. So I'm using the an iPhone's perfect sync camera that sends over over VTube Studio to the vnyan, and then does the whole face. Wow. So yeah, if you have a spare iPhone 10 or higher, you too can start using the AR kit. Hey, yeah. So if you want to do that, it does need to be an iPhone 10 or newer. Prior to that, they did not have the perfect sync. So yeah. VTube Studio is technically for 2D, but sometime in the last year or two, they added the ability to just output its tracking data to third parties. And so you hook it up just like any other, because there's a couple other iPhone apps that you can use for it. There's like iFacial mocap, and then there's another one that the same developers who made iFacial mocap made afterwards that's hypothetically better, but you have to pay like a monthly fee, which is like, what the crap? Yeah, and so you can connect VTube Studio from the phone over to vnyan on the PC. And added benefit with VTube Studio, if you're using it to send to a third party and not to VTube Studio on PC, then you don't have to pay for VTube Studio. They're like, it's fine, you can use it. Yeah, that is an unfortunate bit about the Android. That it just doesn't do the same thing. Because, fun fact, iPhone specifically does it because they use a special camera for doing, the facial unlock of the phone. It uses an infrared camera with an infrared emitter to do better depth tracking, which is why it's so effective for this. Yeah, that's totally fine. I'd happily hop into a VC and try to provide some help. Because it's complicated. It is complicated. But so here's what I wanted to at least get you the idea of why I suggest vnyan for the wing movement, right? So if we pop open a node graph, essentially what we want to do with the node graph for the wings is occasionally move them, right? You want to mostly rotate them, probably. You want to take the sort of end of the spring bone that's going to be on the wing, and you occasionally want to rotate it a little bit to give it a little bit of a flappy movement, right? And so that's something that you can do in vnyan. And so like one of the effects we have is so like object rotation. And if we know the name of the object, so like wing bone L, right? So this would be your like your left wing bone or whatever the name is. It needs a unique name, but whatever it happens to be, we can work with it. And so we've got wing bone L. You need to figure out if it's, you know, X, Y, or Z, essentially, as far as which is the correct direction. Then you give it like a 15, we'll say. So like that's a 15 degree rotation on that object. And then this is a smooth time of milliseconds. You want to do that, maybe like, you know, say like 1,000 milliseconds. Just give it 1 second, it moves the 15 degrees. That might be a little slow, but you can just experiment with it. And so like this is your essentially how you rotate an object. For example, now I'm going to take up an enormous amount of the screen. So I have some objects that I do rotate in this very way, and it's this guy right here. These rotate based on an audio input, right? So like as the middle volume of the desktop audio plays, this piece rotates based on that. That's more complicated than we need, but so like you can do something very similar with the wing, and because it's a spring bone, it should then, you know, have the rest of the spring bone kind of have that flowing action because it follows the beginning. And so you'd set something like this up to rotate it. You would then need you'd need to duplicate it, and then you would need to reset it at the end of the movement, I suppose. Actually, this would probably be like, I don't know, like 250 milliseconds, 250 milliseconds, so that it makes the whole motion in 1/2 a second. And then for that, now you can set up a timer, not a hotkey. Delete. So you can trigger it off of a timer. And so then you can have the wings flap every, you know, like, well, actually you'd have to, wing flap timer. And then you set the time, you start a timer, wing flap timer. Say that's every 5 seconds, right? So this is a basic loop that we've made now. So this is now like a 5-second clock, essentially. So we have a wing flap timer that we're waiting to go off. We set it to 5 seconds, right? 5,000 milliseconds. We set it to 5,000 milliseconds. So every 5 seconds, this timer triggers, and then it remakes the timer. So now every 5 seconds, a thing happens, right? This is now a loop. We do need some sort of trigger for it to start, which can be even like something like avatar loaded. So as soon as an avatar is loaded, we start this timer, and now like every 5 seconds, the wings flap, essentially. The only issue, of course, is that we do need another little timer. Duplicate wing flap reset timer. And this needs to be the 250. So this starts the timer. Then we would duplicate this. Wing flap reset timer. And so then this would trigger this. Okay. So now with this little... Okay, guys. All right, you guys are in the way. Time to move. Time to go. Okay, so now with this little simple graph we have, right? When an avatar is loaded, we start a wing flap timer for 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds, that timer is triggered. It reactivates the timer. It rotates the wing, one wing. We'd have to set it up the same for the wing bonar. One wing rotates 15 degrees, and we activate this additional timer for 250 milliseconds, which is the same as this time. Hey, Empty, we have gone far afield from gaming. I'm doing a little bit of help on model work in vnyan. So yeah, so we set these to be the same so that, you know, when we flap the wing, we wait this time, and then we trigger the reset so that it goes back. No, you're fine. I like doing this. I would like to have more, I don't know, instructional stuff on my channel. I rarely get somebody with like a pointed question that I can like target and help with. Otherwise, I'm just like, I don't know, I could talk about freaking anything. Who the hell knows? Yeah, so generally speaking, this is likely what you want for the wing flaps. Obviously, I don't have something to, like, test this out. It might need a little smoothing. The timings might be off. I assume that this works. It may not work quite as I expect, but like, this is the line of thinking that you're probably going to want. You know, a way that it can be simplified as well, by the by, is just as far as good coding practices, since this is code adjacent. Wing delay, this would be 250. So something else you can use is these parameters, which are essentially variables. And so we can take this, and rather than have this, we can put this as the time, so that now we know that these two will always be equal because it's set here. And if that timing isn't very good, right, we can adjust it just the once, and now it stays consistent. That'll be especially relevant when you'd need to duplicate this, and it would be like R, and maybe because it would be the other side, it needs to be -15. And then, so like both of these trigger, but now we can be confident that these are going to act in the same speed. So there, like that's sort of what you'd be working with. That's the concept. That's what comes to my mind if I were trying to set up a simple way to flap some wings. This is how I would do it. So there you go. That's why I suggested vnyan. This using it this way means that you don't have to stop being a basic VRM. You don't have to transition it into a VSF avatar, though I would suggest doing that regardless down the line. You don't have to jump on that right now, especially if this is sort of your, as you said, your sort of first foray into model making. It wasn't until, I don't know, my third or fourth model that it ended up turning into a VSF avatar. I am here twice, Empty, because one of them is technically on my desktop. One of them is the real me. One of them is me looking at me. It's like looking in a mirror. Yeah, Blender, Blender is still something that I use relatively minimally. My experience at this point is far more in Unity. Can I make it thrice? Technically, yes. I think. Maybe? Can I paste a duplicate? And can I move that? Yeah, I can. Yeah. You bet I can. And actually, you know what? I don't think I used to be able to make duplicates. Now I can actually treat this one differently. I can make this one into my... Whoa. That's not the right one. Blending mode, additive. That's what I mean. Add. Yeah. I can make one of them my little, my watermark version. Oh, God. There, now does anybody have 3D glasses? Please put on your 3D glasses now. All right, get over there. I don't think I can give it a delay. I don't think so. I bet that there is an OBS plugin that would allow me to have a delay, but I don't have it. I bet there's a way, but I don't have it. Unless, do I have maybe a filter for something like that? Hold on. Hold on a damn second. Hold on a damn second. I don't need a plugin. It's just a thing I can do. Hold on. Hold on. This is amazing. Hold up. Oh no! I can't make it longer than a second. Damn. Wait, how long can I make this delay, actually? 500 is actually the max. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Hold on. We can work with that. Hold on. We're having a good time here. Get over here. Get, huh? There we go. This is like utter chaos. We can stop the blend mode as well. Hey, yeah. Hey. This is amazing. I love everything about this. Hey. Yeah, so okay. now that we've gone so far afield, this is maybe my favorite thing that I have discovered lately, however. Now we'll just take a quick delayed drink here. I'm just like, I am my own posse at this point. I don't need... Who needs collabs when you can just collaborate with yourself now? It's brilliant. This is fantastic. I'm so distracting now. Okay. I guess the main point is, Fennec, Amaresa, did I get you some helpful information? There's always going to be more nonsense that I can go into around vnyan. But did I give you a place to start, at least? Hopefully you got the link from Kappa, which is going to be real nice if you can smooth out the arms. Hopefully I've kind of gotten you in the right direction. Oh, you know what? I I am at least done with the game for today. I had some friends pop in and ask for help, and so I was inclined to provide it. I did not finish the game. I'm probably like a little over halfway through the game. The Fuga 2 is much longer than Fuga 1 was. It feels like almost double the length. All you got all week. Let me get rid of these doppelgangers here for a second. They are up in my way. Now scoot. Okay. The one thing that I did want to get to, I wanted to make sure I brought up. So you mentioned that the blink and tracking was a little janky. There is a way to help with that, and that's going to be up here in the here in this expressions option. That will give you the opportunity to potentially smooth out the way the tracking and expressions are behaving. Of note, my version is a couple versions out of date, and there is now a better interface for this. But it does the same thing in premise. It does it a little bit cleaner in the new one. You can actually build curves. Because essentially what it is you can take one of the expressions, right? So like I have my eye blinks, and I had to modify it. And so you can add some smoothing. You can sort of what I had to do with eye blinks, by the way, is that if it exceeds 68, I needed it to not be higher than 68, because 68 was a full blink, and going any further leaves it clipping into the cheek. And so I had to do that here. And so this expressions tab is what you can use to sort of smooth some of the wonkiness or awkward behaviors out of your expression tracking. It'll give you the opportunity to clean it up a little bit. And if you have a newer version than I do, which I'm on 1.15, I think like 1.16 introduces curve-based, which is going to be a lot easier to work with, because you can draw a curve, like, you know, smooth it through this portion because it tends to like jump or jerk or whatever. You can smooth it out using that interface. So that's where you're going to want to go to help with the sort of apparent jank you were noticing and observing. So that's where you can go for that. Yeah, that'll help with that. But yeah, so the sort of the main pieces you'll want are going to be to get your node graph set up for, you know, your expressions, so that you have access to your expressions. You'll want to, you know, set up your the wing flapping, and then you can smooth things out with the expressions. So one thing that is very cool about this sort of expressions thing, and there's so much that makes vnyan really, really like powerful. You just kind of have to be aware that it's an option. So like for one of the things, right, and VC Face has some of these sort of automatic expression triggering. I don't know if you used it or not, but it had it as at least an option, right? In vnyan you can do the same thing, but you'll likely do it through here. And so essentially you can set, it's like if you know, like smile or some set of blend shape conditions is met, right? So like enough smiling or enough you know, whatever. Like you could set it up so that if it detects a wink, you know, it can activate an expression. You could put it here in the output values, so you can trigger things like that off of various blend shapes that it's getting in. You can do things on a timer. You can, you know, trigger things off of audio, which obviously I do extensively, and all kinds of things. You just have to sort of know what you can hypothetically do, what's available as options, all the creative stuff. There's all kinds of cool things. But at the very least, just some of the, like, arm smoothing really helps out when you don't have hand tracking. The ability to sort of get some of that sway, arm sway, really, really nice improvement. Because as mentioned, that's what Kappa did with her model, and it really steps things up quite a bit. It gives you a little bit of nice movement that wasn't there before. Anyway, now that outlandish tangent has, I think, largely wrapped up, barring any further questions, I might just, you know, conclude stream for the day after that tangent. But I'm happy to continue answering questions, but there's so much sort of complexity and depth. Kappa, do you have any freaking vnyan questions while we're here? I mean, you've been poking about in there lately. I would show off. Yeah, no worries. No problem. No, you're good, Kappa? All right. I would show my other node graphs off, but I don't want to scare off new people who are using it. I mean, that's fair. All the stuff about your model should essentially remain the same as far as you want to be scared. You want to be scared? All right. Let me pull up this node graph. So as you know, I described this as a relatively straightforward, simple node graph. It's because you end up getting into a lot more complicated stuff. Oh, you know, we'll go through a few of them just to sort of show off why I like vnyan and some of the things that are really useful about it. So for instance, camera hotkeys are another thing that you'll sort of have to set up again, because VSeeFace just has them, right? And so similarly, you know, I've got to do camera setup here so that I can, you know, press a button, do the camera switch. I like that it has a transition time that you can set so that it doesn't always have to be instant transition. But what that does then allow you to do is set up a more complicated setup. So I have a model demo camera hotkey that I can press. And so if I do so, it goes through a predetermined like series of camera movements so that I can just like one button press and then do a quick overview of the model. Because I wanted that just in preparation. If somebody's like, wow, I like your model, I'm like, I have a button for that. And just quickly sort of cycle through. I notice there's a line from this. There we go. And so stuff like that becomes possible with these node graphs. The node graphs are freaking great. And so here you can see, like, it's relatively, this is one of my simpler graphs. So of note, every time I set my camera with a hotkey, it moves the camera, but then it also sets this parameter of current cam. And so when I use the model button, what it does is it runs through, it sets a timer, and then it goes to the next one for a period of time, sets a timer, triggers the next. It just moves from camera to camera to camera to camera. And then finally, and the last thing that triggers runs through these parameter filters so that it then returns me to the original camera that I had set it up. So it'll run through the demo and then return to the camera that it was last set to. It's a very, very handy trick. And then similarly, you start getting more complicated. So this one is an interesting one because this is my wing animations, which is sort of a hybrid Unity animation slash vnyan animation, essentially. Because it's doing a lot of the things that you can do with Unity animation, except for one thing that I had to keep as an actual animation, which was the dissolve. So this controls the wings appearing and disappearing. And so that dissolve effect, or undissolve effect, if you will, that is controlled as a Unity animation. But the rest, like the making the object visible, changing its size, all of that is controlled via vnyan. All of these various timers, changing the scale, moving them around, all that stuff. So this is sort of the intermediary complexity sort of graph. And then we end up in the node graph where madness lies. And that is the actual node graph that controls the audio responsiveness. So this is all of what it takes to make the model change and move and operate with the audio responsiveness. It's not like insanely complicated by premise. It's just insanely complicated in actual use. Oh, how long did it take me? Probably more than 20 to 30 hours, maybe? I mean, it was probably I was very focused on it, and so I probably had 2 to 3 days of, like, sitting down and cranking out, like, 10 hours or so every day of working on getting it all sort of established and worked out. The thing is like, getting a very rudimentary effect is relatively straightforward. It was smoothing all of the edges to make it a really refined product that it took me the longest. Because it's the main tools required to make this happen are sort of built in and not that complicated. So here we have these tools that vnyan just has, which is nodes to convert volume to a parameter. So here you can see that we have the audio input of my microphone, and what that is doing is in the end, it's making this sphere change size. That's what we're getting at. And so we're just like, here's the audio endpoint, here's the frequencies I want to pay attention to, and then this is the parameter name I want to set it to. And it just creates that parameter. And then you can watch here. Where's my parameters? Parameters. So here you can see I have that mic in parameter. You can see it going up and down. And so it's sort of the basics of how do I take this and then taking this and then getting that to, one, do it at a regular time, right? I need it to do that at a regular cadence. So it can't be just once. Regular cadence, and then I need that to ultimately convert into moving something. And so simply, you can set up a clock, just like I had suggested you do for the wings, right? 5,000 milliseconds. If it's lower, right? It could be, say, 16. If it were 16 milliseconds, that's 60 changes per second, matching up with a 60 FPS display attempt. I can't do 16 milliseconds because it's too fast. It can't process it that fast. Right? So it's like you set up a clock just like this, timer reset itself, circle around, and then you just, run that timer into the volume to parameter so that then every clock cycle, it sets it. So now you have a moving parameter. That's step one, right? Step one. So then we need to convert that parameter into some sort of motion. And that can be relatively simple. You can really just skip all of the complicated middle piece, jump down here, and go to, like, scale. Just scale the thing every, clock, and then you have motion. It's kind of jerky motion, but it's like, it does it. What really complicated things was a lot of the middle bits here, where I essentially had to normalize the parameter value, because the parameter is generally between 0 and 100. So I had to normalize it, and then get the normalization so that it's between 0 and 1, because generally that's how you multiply things. You normalize it, then I had to then run it through this complicated sort of filter, if you will, because the issue that I had was that if it's linear change, the issue you run into is that small volumes make for imperceptible changes, and so you have to blow out, like, the volume high enough before you see any noticeable changes. But then it's like really wide swings from not huge volume changes, but it's like it only functions. And so essentially I had to make a logarithmic sort of parameter out of just a linear one so that it, scales better, so that it has visible motion at small volumes, but it's not enormous changes when the volume's very high. So that's what this whole filter is about. Sadly, it has to be like a tiered system. It's not perfectly analog. I wish it was smoother, but I had to wang it together as I do. Then you work through your normalizations, and then eventually you multiply your original size by a size factor, and then sizes change, or rotations rotate, or, positions shift, all that stuff. And that's where you get. Then you have to add the smoothing out of when you turn it off. How do you return everything to the original size properly and smoothly? And how do you remember what the sizes were? And then you have to set all of the parameters up ahead of time, so if you need to change one value, you don't have to go into all 20 different nodes elsewhere in the node graph and change them all individually and then forget one, and then it's wildly different and it's wrong. And so you set up your parameters, you do some calculations on calculated parameters, you shovel it all over there, and eventually, you get out your effect. So those are the sorts of things that are possible only with vnyan, which is why I encourage the use of vnyan, because it's great, even if it is alarmingly complicated sometimes. But anyway, this one's a good example. This pulse animation, this one is really good because this is a purely vnyan based animation. I didn't do anything in Unity to make this one work. And what this one controls is, if you notice, all of the spheres sort of throughout the main body have a pulsing effect, that they grow and retract in size over time. And it sort of cycles from bottom up and then down the arms. And that just happens on a loop. It just consistently is a sort of slow, visible, but not distracting effect. The neck is sort of the most obvious one you can see it happen on. It's like on a 6-second cycle, I think. They're just slightly offset, so they all do the thing. But yeah, vnyan. It's great. And I did all of my complicated nonsense essentially by hand. The thing is on the Discord, there are lots of these node graphs that you can just get, because people will publish them, and be like, hey, here's this one. And on that front, it actually really helps if you're using a typical VRM, because VRMs have a standardized naming system for the bones and the bits, essentially. So, like, all of the bones and bits have the same names across VRMs, so you can just take node graphs made for VRMs and then just, like, plug them in, and they should work, which is great. All of my shit's named wild stuff, so none of my graphs function for anybody but me, and none of those graphs function for me without modification of having to look up what those things are named in my model versus other models. But if you're just using a VRM, they should be the standardized naming, aside from any specific stuff that you had to name, like the wings will have whatever name you gave them in Unity or whatever. But the standard thing that every VRMs have, like the arm bones, the root, the hips, the neck, the spine, all that stuff. I will say, I'm a huge fan of. Here, hold on. Let me find my thing. I'm gonna hide this a little bit so that I at least have a little less of a duplicate of myself, because it's distracting. I'm a big fan of converting to a VSF avatar, because that's when you can start doing the things with particles, because otherwise you can't use particles. The big thing you get out of VSF avatar is particles. You can add videos as textures. Okay, yeah, so how do you convert to a VSF avatar? So, essentially, it's pretty simple, because you get the VSF SDK as a plugin for Unity. You essentially operate on the VRM exactly as you would normally. That's true. Next Friday, I am going to be talking about particles and, in fact, exactly how to pull in a VRM and export as a VSF avatar. I will actually be covering this next Friday. I forgot about that. But regardless, I'm still going to talk about it now because I like model making. It's pretty simple, because you pull in the VRM like normal. You work on the VRM like normal in Unity. Then there is, you pull in the VSF SDK into Unity as a plugin, just like you do the Uni VRM. Pull it in as a plugin, and then when you are ready to export your completed model work, rather than using Uni VRM to export as a VRM, you'll go into VSF SDK in like a top bar drop down in Unity, and you will export it as a VSF avatar. It's just an option there. And so it's really just straight like that. That's all it takes to convert. It uses exactly the same format in Unity as a VRM. It uses most of the VRM underpinnings to function. The main difference is that it then won't break down if you try to export it with some things that VRM just doesn't support. So, like, you can use a lot more Unity functions. You can use particle systems. You can use animations. You can use lines. This uses a line tool, which gives it that little glowy line that I'm using. That's a Unity like line renderer. you can convert videos to textures. I had a model that used too many videos, which is I had to very quickly move away from that model because I used really significant videos, which then go into your VRAM when they're used as a texture, and my model took up like gigs upon gigs of my VRAM to operate, which was not ideal. So I had to very quickly move past that model. But if you use a small video, one of the really good ways to do that is you can make a video with eye animations. So you can animate eyes by making a video in the same, the resolution aspect ratio as the texture that you use for the eyes. And then you can, record and make a video of movement using, whatever video editor, if you're skilled as a video editor. I'm not. Like with After Effects or whatever. And then you can make the eye texture an actual video, so you can have movement in the irises and stuff. I used a very different tactic for eye movement. I've not used a video for eye movement ever, but I have used videos as other textures, and so that's something else you can do with a VSF avatar that you can't do with a VRM, because I just don't accommodate that sort of wild texture use. Stuff like that. Parent constraints are another thing that I think only work with VSF avatars. That's a little bit more of a complicated topic that I use extensively, but there's very particular uses for parent constraints. Most VRMs don't necessarily need a whole lot of parent constraints. They really come in useful once you start using invisible bones to move things, which I guess most people don't need invisible bones to move things. It's just a me thing because I'm half invisible over here. And like particle systems attached to invisible bones and making parent constraints and blah, 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 blah. But yeah. And eventually, my understanding is that Suvi does have a plan. Suvi being the one who made vnyan. Suvi does have plans to make a vnyan-specific avatar format, which will have even more functionality. I presume that anything that is a VSF avatar will probably easily convert into a vnyan avatar. God, I hope so. I don't want to have to freaking reconvert this model into something else. That would be my nightmare. But that looks to be quite promising. I'll be using VSF avatar up until the moment that Suvi gets her own format set up, because that will just give vnyan better access into the model stuff, so that you can use more Unity features directly from vnyan, which is why I like that. But yeah, I extensively use also the animations, like most of the passive animations of things rotating and moving and all of that passive stuff is animations. Yeah, because one of the big things that I was trying to do is apparently impossible currently, because there's a way that you can set up, there's like a animation blend. I don't remember what the name is, but it's a sort of blend between animations so that it smooths like motion. And I need that because it would allow me to set up a particle system so that rather than needing to turn on and off particle systems using triggers, it would accommodate through animations, maybe adjusting the projection frequency, right? So it's like at one side is like project 0 per second, and at the other is project 100 per second, right? And then you can sort of slide along that continuous scale using a parameter of some kind, so that it could be tied to, say, blend shapes or something. But as it stands, my understanding is that that's not possible to tie into vnyan. Like, I can't do that, I don't think. Because the only thing I can do with an animation is essentially play the animation. I can't slide between two blended animations to do stuff, which is a shame because I really wanted to find a way to, like, you know, have things project more depending on certain circumstances. Like the audio responsive, for instance, I would have liked to have been able to, instead of triggering at certain values, just have been a continuous ramp up as volume went up. But I can't do that right now. That'll hopefully be an option at some point in the future. But for right now, it ain't. So, you know. Whomp whomp. All right. I do believe I have rambled on long enough on model making. So yeah. Hopefully that was helpful to it. Amaresa and Fennec mentioned that it was helpful to them, so at least the question askers have been provided aid. Hopefully somebody else might find that interesting or helpful. Who knows? But that is merely a small preview of next Friday, when I will talk about adding particles to Vroid models. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to that just because it's going to be an option. Like, I'll finally have something to cut down and edit into an actual long-form tutorial video again, since for some reason my one Vroid-based tutorial video is just my evergreen video that just people keep watching. Like, I'm not going to complain. It's got my most views of a non-short, and they just keep coming back. Every week, there's still more people that just wander in. They just trickle in to learn about Vroid. And so if that's what the people want, god damn it, that's what the people are going to get. So, hopefully that video can be useful. Next Friday, come by for that. Other than that, of course, Wednesday we'll be back for more Fuga 2. We'll be continuing our adventures of a war orphans in a tank. As insane as that sounds, that's what it is. So that'll be Wednesday. Friday will be tutorial, and then Saturday we'll be back for Fuga 2 again. Well, you know, barring any drastic changes or people wanting to do other stuff, whatever. But thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. I hope everybody has a good rest of their weekend. Good luck, Amaresa, on getting you all set up by your debut on Friday. That's very exciting. Best of luck. And everybody have a good night. Bye.
Initiating goodnight sequence. Dispersing appropriate dosage of compound 347. Initiating phase 1 of memory calibration. This won't hurt a bit.